All right. Hello, everybody. My name's Peter, and today I just want to spend a little time drawing, and you can chill out with me if you want. Keep drawing. You can draw with me, or keep doing whatever you were doing beforehand, and I will be right here. Now, let me unbox the pen I'm going to draw with real quick. This is, this is a little bit of an indulgence for me. I don't need to explain. I don't need to have an excuse for why I bought this pen. It was very expensive, like $300, but I reviewed one of these that I borrowed from someone else, but then I had the opportunity to buy one of my own as well. So I did. And the box seems a little bit different, which is interesting. Cool. This is all very interesting also. I haven't had a pen that came in a box quite like this before. I mean, cardboard boxes, yes, but, not all customized like this. Pretty cool idea. Hope you don't mind if my air conditioning comes on and off some throughout this video. Alright, putting the box aside, here's the pen. Let's zoom in. Very nice box here. I'm going to push... I think I'm going to push up here, or push in some direction. I'm not sure how firm. Oh, there's something popping. I don't want to break it, right off the bat. Oh, here we go. There we are. Oh, I think it's supposed to catch right there. Wow, look at that. Now that's a fancy box. Nice fancy pen though, too. Saga number 0449. Here's the fill for it. Wow, I like it. See, that's what I would like about this pen is it doesn't write in any special way, I don't think, but there's something about it that it does feel like some sort of special relic, or I don't know. I feel special for having it. That's what they do well with, I think, at this company, They have these carved boxes and everything, and these are probably carved with a CNC machine also, just like they make the pens, but I like it, okay? And there's all these like magnets inside the boxes and inside the pens, making everything snap to very satisfyingly. Whatever, I like it. I feel a little bit guilty for liking it because I often make fun of pens that cost a lot but don't perform well, right? But for some reason, this one still appeals to me, even though I suspect that its performance will be standard. I don't think it's going to be awful. I think it's just going to be normal. Oh, there's already a pen in. What are the differences here? I think they're maybe the same, except one has blue and... I mean, is this blue ink? Yeah, this one's blue ink. This one's black ink. I'll draw with the black one today. That's what I prefer. Let's get started on the drawing. So basically the idea is here that I'm not going to speed anything up or edit anything out unless of course maybe like sometimes fire trucks go by my apartment and it's very loud. I might edit that out just because I don't want you to have to listen to all the sirens and stuff. It's a very satisfying click. Oh yeah. So here's a few little thumbnails to get us started. I don't always do anything like this to warm up, but I felt like doing it right now. Feels good. I was kind of doing something there, a little kind of vertical collection of shapes that I do, like when I when I draw my fake language. The fake language I draw is basically like little clumps of doodles, little tiny doodles thrown together, where I kind of have a recurrence. There are a few shapes that show up over and over again to provide a little bit of You know, because you look at the English language and there's only 26 letters. This ballpoint pen nib, is it still called a nib if it's ballpoint? I don't know. It feels alright. It feels okay. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but that's what I like about these little thumbnails here that I call really low pressure. We're often very good at putting pressure on ourselves when it comes to art. Like, I'm putting all this time and effort into it. I hope it's really good, you know. Hope I think it's good. Hope other people think it's good. But sometimes that pressure is what I think holds us back. You know, sometimes it does drive us to success, but sometimes not. Here's another sketchbook with nothing in it so far. For a long time I was putting off drawing in this because there's like a weird crease on a few of the beginning pages. I don't know, something about how they bound it, or I don't know. Well, I don't like these first two pages because of the way it's bound. You can see here they stick together at the top. So I'll come back to those later. We're just going to start right here, and we can draw right here. Yeah, their nice blue Grimsmo Saga. I like it. I think this sketchbook is made by Speedball. It's a handbook brand sketchbook. Of course, I could easily customize this pen further. Well, a lot of people do a lot of crazy customization on these pens, I've learned, but I could just customize it by buying different little refills for it. Lots of different ones of these by different companies. So right now I'm pretty much just collecting some different shapes and squishing them together. I think I really did learn a lot. I don't know if any of you remember that one video I made where I had that drafting machine. It was kind of like a little robot arm, it was a plotter that I could stick a pen inside of. And as I watched that thing draw, I had it draw a picture for us. I was really inspired by the way it was partly frustrating because it would go around and pick up the pen too much. Even when there are a lot of lines to draw in the same place, it was doing its own weird little algorithm of working its way down the paper that didn't really make sense to me in my little human brain. But the thing that inspired me about it is how it had a tendency to go around and draw without picking the pen up very much, like just a lot of very connected lines, which I've found myself doing a lot of recently. I think I did that some before I watched the plotting video, but more since then. I'm not really sure what's going through my mind right now as far as the drawing. I think maybe I'm just thinking back to random shapes and things I've seen, and this is kind of giving me like a medical lab vibe, maybe a space station, some sort of underground vault maybe. So just like bolts and consoles and metal pieces, those kind of shapes, stuff like that. I don't know. But I don't even have to say that kind of stuff out loud. I know that whatever I draw will either give you that feeling or a different feeling. And even that different feeling is fine too. And eventually, I probably won't get it just right, conveying the feeling that's in my head, and I'll arrive at some other feeling unintentionally, and that will affect me, and then I'll get a different feeling in my head, which I'll then try to put on the paper unsuccessfully. It's kind of like I'm playing broken telephone with myself as I doodle, as I draw, constantly trying to affect, but also at the same time being affected by my drawing. I take lots of breaks that I usually edit out of my videos to burp, but also to just rest my hand. Don't push yourself too hard. We can zoom in a little bit, I think. Nice. So it looks like there's definitely some sort of interesting like vertical construction going on here, which I'm totally fine with. Make some areas a little bit darker for like a little bit of internal depth that pushes them back farther into the drawing. Some longer vertical pieces here. Can always come back and connect things and reevaluate. For some reason I thought it sounded like my sketchbook was creaking. Everything's okay. Might be creaking a little bit. You know, this is the first time I've drawn in this sketchbook. Also, I feel weird because I also just started a different sketchbook and I was gonna draw in that one, but so far that one only has... It's only been drawn in with rotating isograph pens. So then I was like, maybe I should just keep it like as a one medium sketchbook, but that's probably the wrong idea. I think it's definitely better to be more loose with sketchbooks than tight with the little rules. Sometimes I just give them a lot of really strict rules for my sketchbooks, and I don't know why. Sketchbook's definitely creaking a little bit. Maybe it's the paper underneath. No. No, it's not. All right, here comes a siren. Oh, that one wasn't so bad. But I skipped it all the same. So right now it's got a lot of like very sharp 90-degree angles in it, and I can kind of start bringing some other wiggly lines into it maybe to, because I started out with softer lines, so not really sure what I want to do here, but we'll figure it out. Alright, sorry for not talking to you for a while there. I just didn't have anything to say, and I was debating even possibility of just turning this into a normal video where I don't talk, or I was just going to turn into a normal video where I speed it up and stuff, but it's like maybe some people will just want to watch it even if I'm not talking the whole time. Something for everyone. Feel free to put on your own music or something if you want, if you haven't already. This part up here kind of seems like it crashed into the. I mean, can we agree that this pretty much looks like a building right now? But this part looks like maybe it crashed into it. I don't know. Sketchbook is definitely creaking. Don't know why. I've never had a creaky sketchbook before. It's never been a problem for me. Not been a problem I ran into. Until now. Although I might have just fixed it. Nope. Oh no, I was drawing off screen there for a second. It's okay, you didn't miss too much except maybe all this stuff I just drew. It's alright. Life goes on. Keeping it pretty quick and loose here as far as the lines and line quality goes. Sometimes you get into the flow of the drawing a little bit, and if you go too slow and concentrate on the quality of the lines, which is something I encourage people to do for a long time, but sometimes when you do that, you kind of lose the flow of what you're doing. It's the downside. Didn't really want to do that. I just kind of made a little bit of this look like it was in some sort of weird perspective, but now all of it's going to be wanting to look like it's in some weird sort of perspective. I regret that. I have no idea what's going on with this right now. That's okay. Really, I don't know if y'all can hear the creaking, but it's like every little line I draw, the sketchbook creaks. It's the weirdest thing. So weird. Like the style of this drawing has changed a little bit from the top part to the bottom part. Also, completely okay. Hmm. How's everyone doing? Sorry, I haven't talked for a long time. Actually, I have no idea what type of video this was supposed to be. But I haven't made a video in a few days. It's like a weird lopsided, asymmetrical temple of some sort. Things like it's just piled together. I like that. Asymmetry is. I mean, symmetry. Symmetry is so overdone. Like, who needs that? Squeak, 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 squeak. Zoom out a little bit so you can see what all we're dealing with here. Now this, I will say this thing in the background does look pretty flat compared to the thing down here. I mean, we could help a little bit just by doing like some more shading on this part of it. Hopefully stuff like this will give it a little bit more depth and three-dimensional presence. But it's still pretty flat, ultimately. That's okay. Trying to figure out if I should do anything else down here. This is a pretty strong border at the bottom of the drawing. I mean, this would be like a great place for like a little spaced out title. You know? It's like the words, the letters. But I don't know, like, I don't really like I don't know what to put there. Sometimes I like putting words in my drawings like that, but sometimes I don't. I didn't really mean for this to look like a cannon way up here, but it kind of does now. I kind of want it to look like the back end of the spaceship that crashed into this building, but now it kind of looks like a cannon or some sort of spaceship, like a cannon that maybe infected this building. What could we write right here? Let's see. I'm just sitting here thinking, really. I'm just going to put a box here to show that you could write. Or put something there. There. That's good enough for today. That'll do. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you're doing all right. See you later.